So, we are here in the beautiful city of Amsterdam for Passenger Terminal Expo, and I'm joined here by Andy Margolis, who is Chief Operations Officer for Vancouver Airport Authority. So, Andy, thank you so much for joining me today.
No problem. Good to be here.
My first question for you is, how is business? How is operations going for you at your airport?
Business is good. We're seeing a huge return in traffic, as I was talking about this morning. We've seen a 168% increase from where we were in January 2022 to summer 2022, and that's this year is reflecting upwards of 22 million passengers returning back to YVR. So,
Wow.
very, very good response, and I think actually we're going to do better than that.
Yeah. And have you been ready for that huge influx of passengers?
Yes, we have. We've been doing really well. We've been investing. We've been hearing what's important to the passengers, and we are one of the few airports around the world that our outbound baggage performance is at 99.7%. We're very reliable every single day, delivering on the customer's needs. But there are plenty of challenges within our airport environment, as with many of the other airports around the world.
Fantastic. And as you said, passenger needs and expectations have been changing. So how have you been anticipating and keeping up with these changes?
Yeah, I mean, they are changing. They're expecting us to be a lot more sophisticated than we currently are. Right now, I would say passengers are definitely more sophisticated than we are in airports and airlines. And so we want to catch up. We're investing in things like digital twins. We took the opportunity during the shutdown to get helicopters up in the air and fly over the entire Sea Island area where our airport is. And we captured the entire airport Sea Island digitally. We've created a 3D and 2D digital twin of the airport, and we're using that to optimize our operations, and it's been used for many, many other things as well.
Fantastic. Now, you mentioned some challenges. So what are your challenges and how are you working to solve them?
I think ours are similar to everybody else's. We're seeing a lot of newness within the airport environment, lots of that legacy knowledge that we had within the aviation industry pre the pandemic has now left the business, and we're getting lots of new people within. And the ecosystem that is airports was reliant a little bit too heavily on people and personnel, and that's in their own head knowledge. So we are doing a lot of training. We're doing a lot of development of tools that are going to help deliver the operations in a more efficient way, and we are really focusing on flow. It's about the connection of the passengers, the goods, the planes, the bags, and making sure that they are flowing the way they need to.
So would you say you've invested a lot of new technology in order to automate some areas that were previously very labor intensive?
Actually, I would say we've done both. We've actually gone back to looking at the service we're trying to offer and do the appropriate thing for that service. Right now, our baggage operation, for example, I mentioned earlier, is delivering a great performance. That's not necessarily due to automation and heavy investments in technology. That's actually due to the operating model and the good people that we've got within the system. Now, we obviously want to reduce that cost over the years to come. We want to invest in better technology and drive that cost down. But it's striking the right balance between the development, people within the business, training that's required, and the focus on service. And yes, there's automation, there's digital investment that we're doing, but we're striking the balance between that and having the right teams and people and education and training within the environment as well.
And obviously with this huge influx of the revenge traveller, as it's come to be known, it must be hard to remain operationally efficient. So how do you strive to promote operational efficiency in your operations?
It's a good question, and actually efficiency is one of the things that has been such a buzzword for such a long time. Yeah, we are looking to maximise the use of the asset that we have. We don't want to invest where investment isn't required, but efficiency there's a line between efficiency and resilience, and you can't get so efficient that your operation doesn't become resilient. And we're seeing lots of examples of how that pre-pandemic efficiency has now come back to expose some of the lack of resilience within our operations. So we've got to provide a real balance with efficiency and the service we're trying to deliver, and the ability for that system to absorb impacts, weather or maybe a next pandemic, but hopefully not.
Yeah.
But the availability of that system to absorb that external impact factor needs to be taken into account when we're talking about efficiency. So resilience and efficiency at the same time is really important.
Now, I saw that Vancouver Airport Authority issued a reminder to passengers to utilize the travel technology which is available to them, such as the US Customs Mobile Passport Control app, YVR Express, and ArriveCan. What is the uptake with applications like this among your passengers, and how do you cater for those that maybe don't have a mobile device?
So it is an option, so not everyone needs to use it, but we are really driving towards as many registrations, particularly for mobile passport control through the US border. That's a real pinch point for us. We've got lots of increase in traffic when it comes to our transborder operations. And so we do need that type of technology there to be able to expedite passengers through both the capture security in advance through our express products and our fast track, and then the mobile passport control through US CBP as well. So we're using social, we're using all of our communications channels to try and get registration up. We're also looking at summer readiness and how we get on-site registration while people are in the queue for security, so that we can really get people flowing through as quickly as possible.
Yeah. And do you have any statistics in terms of operations savings or time savings that you could give us as a result of these digital tools?
I don't think the uptake has been quite there yet
No.
for us to be able to do that. But we know that we are going to process more passengers through some of our processing points this summer than we previously had the capacity to do. So tools like mobile passport control and that prioritization based on flight times is going to be one of those tool sets that we need to use to ensure we're still delivering service. So it's really, really important for us to be able to hit some of those process flows this summer. Over 2,000 passengers an hour through our transborder, and we need to prioritize, and so those tools are going to be really important.
Now, what other technology are you looking to deploy? Is there anything in particular that's on your wish list?
Well, we're kind of there with my wish list, actually. The development of the digital twin is something that we're really proud of, and I'm now working with the digital twin team to turn that into the control room, essentially. We want the control room to be a digital control room. We see the benefit of our operators seeing the flow of the end-to-end airport environment, not just on the ground or through the terminal, but from air traffic control all the way through to ground transportation. And that tool and that tool set and that situational awareness is going to drive that efficiency, because we're going to see early warning indicators of the operation going off plan, which we know happens every single day. I'm already there with my dreams and tool set. We're just developing that, working with the innovation team, and one of my colleagues is here speaking today on innovation.
So it's a perfect place for you to work then, if you've got everything on your wish list.
Yeah, no, I'm really enjoying. We've got lots to do and lots to improve. We're investing in the right places. We've got a really, really smart group of people working for us, I'm excited every day to go to work.
Great. And in terms of your personal to-do list for 2023, what is on yours?
Service, really. Focusing on the service to the passenger is really high on my list. We've got to deliver summer. We've got to deliver summer well. We had a tricky winter, and lots of our airport colleagues had tricky summers last year, and we've got to make sure that service and that confidence in the industry comes back, and we can do that by delivering a successful summer, and then from then we can then focus on some of those initiatives, innovation focuses, in order to drive the service and catch up with the customer that we are serving.
Absolutely. I heard someone say that summer 2022 was the summer of discontent. So summer 2023 better be the summer of no excuses.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a summer of connection. We've got to make sure that all of the businesses that operate within the airport ecosystem are connected, looking at the same data, driving to the same solutions, and serving the passengers at the end of the day.
Great. And final question then, what opportunities are you looking to capitalise on this year?
Well, I think, again, if we deliver a successful summer, then we've got the license and the buy-in from our community to further invest and develop, in our land development plan and the diversification of our revenue. We're really focusing on how do we attract talent. And all of those things are much easier to do when you've delivered a successful peak period and peak operation. We've got great plans for how we attract talent to YVR. Vancouver is a great place to work. BC is an amazing place to work. So we've got lots of opportunities for people to come and work with us. We're growing, to do much more than just passengers, bags, goods moving through our airport. Very connected to our community. We're looking at how we partner with different energy companies and how we're looking at our climate reduction plan, not the climate reduction plan, but our GHG reduction plan, net zero by 2030. So there's lots of that type of stuff in our business that we want to focus on, but we do know that we've got to get the basics right when it comes to the delivery of the airport environment.
Great. Andy, that was my final question. Thank you so much.
Yeah, pleasure. Good to see you.